Hello everyone, this is GGN. Today is May 3rd, 2017. Welcome. This video is going to be less than 5 minutes and it's about chemtrails, kind of a little chemtrail update. So in the last video I talked about how it seems as though under Trump this whole aerosol spraying has been ratcheted up, that the military has been let off the leash, and because of that the spraying program has been let off the leash as well. I had one viewer, a longtime viewer, say something like it has nothing to do with Trump, and that may be the case. It may just be coincidental that they're ramping up or introducing a new program, a new spraying program, just as Trump comes into office. But to me that doesn't make sense. What I said is before still kind of holds true, which is if it does fall under the military program, chemtrails, weather modification, and it looks as though under Trump the military and federal government is kind of giving more freedom, and then we see all the spraying, there seems to be some kind of connection there. So I don't think it's just coincidence. So also I mentioned something about we're going to see more floods. We're going to have you're going to see more people complaining about allergies, people that never even had allergies in their medical history have them, headaches. Since I made my last video about a week and a half ago, I've come across people that said that they've been complaining about headaches. People have been out sick, stuff like that. So also we've seen some shootings, and that's what I'll get to in this video. So without further ado, I'll show you some of the photos that I took this morning. This was at about 10 o'clock this morning, and this is in Indiana, the United States. So this is after about a week and a half of constant, well, it's been more than that, spraying, but a week and a half since I made my last video. It has been nothing but gray clouds, these chem clouds, and rain, constant rain. Like I said, drizzles, as last for days. So it's leading to flood, it's leading to damage and stuff like that. And this was the first day, May 3rd, that I woke up and I actually saw the sun. I almost had a heart attack. That's right, I had to bust out my sunglasses for the first time in a little while, and the blue sky was there. I mean, you can see it up here, really nice and blue. Unfortunately, I noticed right away that they were pounding us with these aerosols coming from all different directions. You can already see them. That's one trail. So when it's first laid, it looks like that, and then it ends up, as it kind of settles, it looks like that. And most of you are already aware of this, but those that are new to this, this is what happens to these what they call contrails. We call them chemtrails because they're not just ice crystals. A lot more going on here, a lot more technology at work. So you can see the X patterns, like I said in the last video. They didn't do that before under Obama. For the most part, I didn't really see them. Now, I'm talking about here in the Midwest. I can't speak for people out in the West Coast, in the South, or in the East Coast. This is just mostly what I'm seeing here in the Midwest. But yeah, we didn't see that before, and now it's back, the X's. Some more photos. Just keep going. Here's the actual sprayer plane. Some more good footage here. And I'll just keep moving here. You can just wait till we get to the end result, and it's shocking because it was only 20 minutes after I took these photos, and you'll see what it looks like. I mean, I didn't even expect it to look like this. You can see, boom, boom. You can see what happens, right? I mean, for any of the naysayers, just look at this. Is over here is out west towards Illinois. Look at this whole area is just smothered with them. And where are these sprayers coming from? Oh, they're coming from that direction. That's right. They're coming out that way. And then of course they're coming in and making these different, I don't know, parallels or whatever, coming across with it, as they say. I'm coming across with it, right? And I'm almost done with these photos here. Yeah, I thought I'd throw this in there. I figured I'd take some photos of some aerosol spraying, documented, I guess, while I was walking my dog, And I took some really nice, good pictures. I was kind of surprised. This one is actually one of the coolest pictures I've ever taken. Haven't really taken many pictures of my dog, but yeah, that's Mr. Boots. He's still kicking. Born in 2003. So he just turned 14 in February, and I think the other main reason is because I don't give him fluoridated water, and he gets good food and he gets good walks and lots of love. So moving on here, and one last picture. More chemtrails, that's right. But we're getting to the thing right here, and this is what I was getting at. This is the end result. Now, it looked like this, like I said, about 20 minutes. I'll say max 35 minutes from after I took those pictures. That's how fast this was. So maybe that viewer is correct, and I should probably look into it a little bit more as far as this new program being introduced, this spraying program, this chemtrail program, this military program that blocks out high altitude satellite imagery, jams missiles. We're getting into interesting territory as far as possible World War III. So it could be that since they're going to start picking fights with other nuclear powers around the world, they're going to just bring this new and improved chemtrail 5.0 version and roll it out now under Trump. And maybe they couldn't do that before, but it would make perfect sense. That's what it coincides with the trying to start a nuclear holocaust with nuclear powers, and then this starts up. So yeah, we haven't really seen the sun in the last week and a half here, and we got about maybe a few hours worth of sun, and then they took it away from us, which that's what really just pisses me off the most, when they steal our sunlight. And it isn't any kind of natural phenomenon that's occurring here. It's completely man-made. This climate change that you're talking about is man-made, but it's not made by you driving your vehicles. It's made by just really dark, nefarious pieces of crap that are up there spraying, and they're doing it for the best of your interest, right? By starting nuclear wars, they're doing it for your interest. You're going to benefit from this, from them starting war with North Korea or Iran or Russia, right? You're going to benefit from the high gas prices, the inflation, right? The higher taxes to pay for these $30 billion bombs that I keep seeing articles about every freaking day about his new test, this new trial run for a new bomb or missile. So really ridiculous. But so yeah, not 5 minutes. That's classic GGN or Race for Survival, going over the 5-minute mark or whatever I say I'm gonna be at. So here's the little clouds. These are actual real clouds right here. And then all of this is just chemical crap. So, and I almost forgot. So why not, right? Go through a couple of articles that I had. The first article is kind of a joke, right? What Trump has done for and to the environment in his first 100 days. Well, you just saw it. So, and then we have this article right here: record-breaking April leading to a quieter starting to May. So, but basically, the gist of this is from April 30th, 2017. After a weekend of relentless storms, record rainfall, massive flooding, tornadoes, high winds, and yes, even blizzards in Oklahoma, we're finally seeing quieter weather take shape. Well, great. We should all be happy for that, right? And the spraying, weather modification, this military program isn't just for the United States, it's also worldwide. China is up there big time with this program. Summer-like heat breaks Beijing's hottest April day record on Saturday. Then you have this one, 14 killed by storms and flooding in South and the Midwest. This is from April 30th, 2017. So there are a lot of victims of this. I know there's spring storms and all this stuff. But that's what's so great about rolling out a new program like this, because you can just blame the allergies and everything and the headaches, all that, on allergy season, right? You can blame all the crazy erratic weather that kills people and causes millions and billions of dollars of damage and flooding and that due to the spring. It's all just the weather. It's just the changing of the seasons. But there's other victims as well, and that's people whose behavior gets modified by these aerosols to the point where they go out and carry out violence, where in other times they may not. So it's what can push you over the edge to do those crazy things that you might want to do, right? Armed couple arrested after deadly shooting spree near LA. This was from April 30th, 2017. At least 3 people were injured. And this wasn't the only one. This was also, I believe it was this is actually May 2nd, but this was within a 24-hour period, another shooting spree. This was at an apartment complex. Guy said he was holding a beer. The cop said he was holding a beer in one hand and a gun in the other. It had something to do at a pool near an apartment complex and an ex-girlfriend, right? So that's the main cause of it. So you have LA, and then you had San Diego, and then you had this third shooting spree in Dallas. Dallas gunman was under FBI investigation before a shooting spree. There's a little bit of a twist to this last story here that I'm going to leave you with, and Race for Survival listeners will be more interested in this. That's because this was actually a black nationalist that went on a shooting spree. That's right. These are this is actual pictures of these people. So totally racial hate attack or hate crime. So, and murders down there in Texas. This isn't the first time, I believe, in Texas that it's happened. So for some reason down there they're having issues with black nationalists actually carrying out violence against authority figures, paramedics, firefighters. So a nationalist, I like how they just say a nationalist, because if it was a white person, it would be a white supremacist, neo-Nazi, but it's just a nationalist. Well, what the fuck does that mean? Oh, it's a black person. Oh, okay, well, they're not going to say he's a big black supremacist. They'll say he's a nationalist activist, right? So if some white dude went on a shooting spree, I said to say that, on a shooting spree, who might have ties as a nationalist, they would definitely not call him an activist. At that point, it would just call him a murderer or a terrorist. So a nationalist activist was under investigation by the FBI when he killed his roommate, shot his neighbor, shot a Dallas firefighter, and then turned the gun on himself. So there you go. That was after a shooting spree where he opened fire on paramedics treating a gunshot victim that morning. So I'm going to leave you with that. And, it's articles like this, guys, for GGN listeners. This is why I started Race for Survival. It's not because I hate other races or anything like that. It's because I start to see that there's something festering here in the United States and Europe and other white countries. Stuff like this. So thank you for joining me, everyone. Please stay tuned and look for another video under GGN or Race for Survival covering Syria, North Korea, Russia, and all that stuff. I have a bunch of articles that I've been saving up. I haven't had the time to make it, and hopefully I'll have time to make it today as long as I don't have any tech issues or anything like that. So thank you and have a good day.